Hello, today we're going to make this 3D crochet rose in two colours. This one's in cotton and I'm going to try it today in this beautiful Stylecraft double knitting. You can trial it in any of your scrap ends. It doesn't take much yarn at all. So I'm going to start with 99 chains. And I'm not going to count those with you because I know how annoying that is. So if you want to join me back here, and I've got a 4.5mm hook, if that helps. Join me back here when you've done your 99 chain, and then we'll do the rest of the tutorial together. Okay, so I'm just doing my last chain. I hope you've had a chance to pause the video and do your 99 chains. They do go on a bit. So what we're going to do now is work down this row of chain, and we're going to do petals 1 to 4 now in this first colour, and we're going to go one treble into the 4th chain from the hook. So there's a treble. I'm working in UK terms as always, so if you're learning in American terms, that will be a double crochet. So that's one treble in the 4th chain from the hook, and then you're going to go one treble into the next treble, and then we're going to do 2 chains, and we're going to slip stitch into the next chain, and that forms your first petal. So it should give you an idea of how the pattern's going to go. So that's your first petal. So you're going to repeat that 3 more times. So you're going to do 3, we're going to go 3 chain up, 1 treble into the next 2 chain, and then we're going to do 2 chains down, and we're going to slip stitch into the next chain. So that's 2 petals formed. So we can do this 2 more times. So 3 chain up, 1 treble in each of the next 2 chains, and 2 chain down and a slip stitch into there. Okay, so we're going to repeat this 1 more time for this inner set of petals. So we go 3 chains up, treble and a treble, and 2 chains down, and then we do a slip stitch into that next chain. Now you want to change colours at this stage, so you've got this inner colour. So I'm just going to fasten that off. You can carry on in the same colour, it's totally up to you. And then I'm going to join with this gorgeous lilac and continue from there. So I'll just put my slip stitch into that one where we left off, into the same gap where we fastened off. And then we continue, but the petals get bigger at this point. So we're going to go for petals 5 to 8. We're going to go 4 chains up. This makes a stunning brooch, by the way. I'm just going to fasten that off because it's not behaving. There we go. So 4 chains up. And then we're going to do a double treble into each of the next 4 chains. So a double treble. So round your hook twice, and we're going to go in there. Round through 2, round through 2, and round through 2. And we're going to do double trebles 4 times. So these petals are just going to get bigger and bigger. Now, if you want the written pattern for this, it is on my Etsy shop. There's a link in the description. And I also sell this as a kit, which you can also find on my Etsy shop. So to complete that petal, we're going to go down 3 chains. And then you've guessed it, we're going to slip stitch into this one here. And that's your, pop that to the back and you can start to get an idea of how this is formed. So we're going to do 4 lots of these sized petals. So we go up 4 chain, 4 double trebles. Quite tricky, aren't they, working into chains? And this is my 4th. And then down 3 chains to go back down to form that side of the petal. So I've done 2 of those. You need to do 2 more of this size with the double trebles, and then I'll meet you back here for the next size petal. So here are my 4 double treble petals. So the next ones are petals 9 to 12, and we're going to do them, they're going to get longer, not necessarily taller for this set. So 4 chains up, and we're going to stick to the double treble for this set, and we're going to do 6 double trebles. If you're enjoying doing these pet flowers, I do have a playlist of quite quick, kind of 20-30 minute projects on my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe, you'll get notifications. That would really help my channel out. So we've got 4 there, so we're doing 6, and then we're going to come down with 3 chain, and we're going to slip stitch, and we're going to do that 4 times. So I'll just do another petal with you on this set, and then we'll do the last set of petals together. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to come down 3 chains, and I'm going to slip stitch into this one, and we're going to do that again for the next petal. So up 4 chains, 6 double trebles. That's 4 I've done. And then down with 3 chain and join with a slip stitch. Okay, I'm going to go do 2 more and pause while I do them and come back to the video for the last set, and then I'll show you how to make it up, and we can turn this into a brooch as well. Catch you soon. Okay, so I've finished petals 9 to 12. I hope you have too. So we're going to do the last set of petals, 13 to 16. Check you've already got 12. And for this set, they are going to get longer and taller. So we're going to continue the same kind of method, but we're going to go 5 chain up. And then we're going to go 1 triple treble into each of the next 8 chain. So triple treble is round 3 times. And in, catch hold, through 2, through 2, through 2, and through 2. That makes you a really, really tall stitch. So we're going to do 8 triple trebles. So we've done 1. This is great for practicing your main stitches. And I think triple trebles are my favourite. Oh, right. I didn't do enough round then, did I? 3 round. Quite a fiddly little project, but it's so worth it to see the finished result. You can use it on sew it on a cushion, like an appliqué. Gorgeous. I must say, I did the cotton one earlier, and that is fiddlier than the double knitting. But if you take your time, it's very doable. So we're doing 8 of these for this stitch, for this petal. So I've got then my chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. Eight. Now to come down the other side, we're going 4 chain down. And we're going to slip stitch into there. And then we're going straight back up with the 5 chain. And we're going to continue with the triple trebles. So 8 triple trebles and then down with 4 chains. So I'll pause the video again and see you on the other side. So when you get to this point, hopefully the 99 chains will have done you well and you're in the right place. If not, it really doesn't matter if you kind of miss one of these strands. I don't think anyone's ever going to notice. So I'll see you at the end here, and then I'll show you how to sew the bottom of it up. So I'm at the end of my 4th biggest petal. So you should have got 16 petals in all. You need to get a darning needle now. I like to use a metal one, but a plastic one will do. And I've already darned in these 2 fiddly tail ends. I've just stitched them through there a couple of times. So when you fasten off, make sure you leave quite a long tail. I'm just going to darn in this fiddly tail, so you can start doing yours while you watch along. I'll go on the back. So these ones are just to get them out of the way, and then we're going to use the long finishing off tail to sew it together. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and made a lovely flower. And if you do want the written pattern, like I say, you can find that on my Etsy shop at the Crochet Web. The link is in the description below, so you can find the written pattern there and the kit. So can you see what I'm doing here? So I'm starting to curl it right from the middle. Looks like a little cabbage. Right from the middle. So we're going to twizzle it around and keep it fairly tight. And then we're going to keep going. It wants to spring out and it wants to do all sorts of things. A little tip, if you want to get a pin and pin it into something soft, I don't have that here, you can do it like that. The pink one I did is, it looks like that on the back. And I didn't do that with a pin or anything. I just did it freehand. So however you want to do it. So that's what something like is going to look. So I need to fasten that off. And then I need to grab my darning needle. And on the back, this is going to take a few minutes. So I will kind of show you how to start it. But then it's just, can you see the back? It all wants to start coming undone. But you can see the basic shape. So if you just start darning through, you could use the middle colour if you wanted. I just find it easier to use this one. Start darning through the layers like this, and you don't have to go all the way, just to secure. And you can't even see this, it just disappears. It's brilliant. And you're not going to see the back anyway. And then catch a couple of the middle ones and just go back out to the outer edges. And you can just do this a few times till you feel it's secure enough. And then you can pin a brooch on the back if you want. Where it's a brooch. Like I say, you can sew it on as an appliqué, or you can just create your own bouquet of crocheted flowers. I think that's what I'm doing. So I'll come back and I'll show you the brooch backs I've got as well. See you in a minute. So this is my finished rose, lilac rose. Oh God, just not snip that off properly. And you can see it's pretty secure. And these are the brooch backs I found in a craft shop a couple of weeks ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew that on. I'll need a smaller needle. Sew it on the back and turn this into a brooch. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe. That would help me out massively. Thank you. Catch you later. Bye.